Welcome to the Wrestling Replay. It's Kato with your AEW Dynamite Replay of the Week. Now, unfortunately, we did have bad news, as you all know by now, I'm sure, the passing of Brodie Lee. So, before we even get started, I wanted to send my prayers, my love, and condolences out to his family, his friends, his fans all over, man. And I want to actually thank AEW for taking the time out of their show and actually, building something around Brodie Lee to honor and just to dedicate to him, and just to show how much he meant to the company. We all know what everyone's going through backstage. We've seen it on their faces. We've seen the posts. We've seen the videos. So it was nice for AEW to actually just take time and do away with storylines for the day. Do away with whatever we had in our creative meetings for the day, and really just dedicate this show to Brodie Lee, and show his family and everyone else who couldn't be there physically just the type of person and what he meant to everyone that he touched, pretty much. I know we've seen the videos from numerous of wrestlers and superstars. I've seen numerous of posts and writings that fans and superstars have left, so we know what type of wrestler Brodie Lee was. But when you followed his social media accounts, you got to see the type of man that he was. So we didn't lose just an amazing wrestler, we also lost an amazing man outside the ring. The AEW show was stacked with Dark Order matches, like it should have been. And to be honest, guys, this is one of your best shows of the year. Outside of the fact that the reason we had to do it, because man, we lost Brodie Lee, so it's like I wish this came under better circumstances. But you guys really put on one of the better shows, one of the Dynamite episodes of the year, if not maybe your best Dynamite episode. One thing I want to talk about really quick before we really get into the AEW Dynamite, every match was good, so that's not even an issue there. And it's not like we're going to really break down storylines or anything like that. This is more just talking about Brodie Lee and just remembering him for who he was. But I see a lot of fans talking about WWE, even other superstars talking about WWE and how they only put up, the picture of Brodie Lee and that was it. Well, honestly, Monday, I kind of felt the same way on Monday. On Monday, I kind of felt exactly how you guys was feeling. A little bit pissed off, like, that's all that you have for him? Like, that's kind of crazy to me. Today, my stance changed a little bit. Because not only, yes, they did acknowledge Brodie Lee by throwing up the picture. And I'm glad they actually threw politics and ratings and views and stuff to the side for a second, because if you only watch WWE, or if this is your first time watching WWE in a long time, you haven't been watching wrestling, and you see a guy like Brodie Lee has passed, you're going to Google Brodie Lee, and the first thing you're going to pop up, AEW superstar. So I'm glad that they did away with all the ill, well, I'm not going to say ill will, because I don't know what sentiments they have towards AEW, but I'm glad they didn't care about their ratings or views or anything, and they posted his picture and the rest in peace for him. Now, I will say that watching Raw a little bit more closely, a lot of superstars paid tribute to Brodie Lee. A lot of them paid tribute to Brodie Lee, especially Xavier Woods. I mean, he went all out with his discus clothesline. You knew exactly what he was doing it for, and exactly what he meant by it. The other thing is, like, people wanted the 10-belt salute. I agree, we should have had that. People wanted the video package. I agree, I think we could have put one together. But I could be mistaken. I don't remember Kamala getting one. I could be mistaken. If I am wrong, just let me know, please. I could be mistaken about Shad. I only remember seeing them post something on YouTube where wrestlers got to tell their stories and share memories that they had with him. And if WWE did another package like that for Brodie Lee, I think that would be awesome, because you really have people sitting down and really take time with their thoughts to actually say, what they want to say, and really get to articulate how they're feeling. So if that's the case, I think that would be another great way to honor him. But I feel like people take shots and digs at WWE at any chance they can, and this isn't the time, man. This ain't it. Right now, it's time to honor the man who Brodie Lee was. Because I could see people right now, if they did a 10 belt salute, they would have said, well, not all the superstars were there. If all the superstars was there and they did a 10 belt salute, they would have said, where's the video? If they would have did the video, all the superstars, 10 belt salute, they would have said, well, you know what, you're stepping on AEW's toes because they should have been able to do it first. So I do want to see what they actually have in store Friday night for SmackDown. I think that it will be a little bit more than what they originally had on Monday. I hope it's a little bit more than what they had on Monday. It's a holiday season, so I'm not sure if maybe all the superstars weren't there. I'm not sure if maybe some of the stuff was pre-recorded. I'm not sure. I hope that was more so the type of issue that they ran into. But I would love to see these guys put together a package on YouTube, not only a video package for Brodie Lee, but also where superstars really get to sit down. Because me personally, man, I really want to hear from Bray Wyatt. I think Bray Wyatt deserves at least 5 to 10 minutes, of him actually being able to just express himself, man, But yeah, for all the WWE bashing, it's not time for that, man. It's not time to be spreading hate, man. It's time to be spreading love and really look at our community. The the wrestling community is a really small community, man. It's like a tight knit group of people that kind of don't fit in with the wrestling world. Everybody else don't really watch wrestling. They're not into it all the time. They're not tuning in every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday if you like Impact, if you like ROH, all that type of stuff. If you're watching New Japan online. The average person isn't really tuning in like that. So we are really a tight knit. So when we lose one of the people we care about and we love to watch and that we see all the time, man, it's time to come together, show love, man. Let's spread love, man, because times like this is rough. Not only for us as fans, but for the family who have to read and see the type of stuff that's being posted, for the friends and their coworkers and everything like that. But that's all I really gotta say about WWE, man. But as far as AEW, all the matches was on point. And I actually was going to do a segment. I was going to actually debut a little later on in the year because I didn't really get to break everything down. It was going to actually be called Rebooked, where I go through and I rebook different things in time. That's kind of like what the wrestling replay is all about. It's kind of going back and honoring the things that pretty much got us to where we at right now. So that's why I do the replay after every show, because I want to break down every show and not just watch it and just move on. I want to break it down so we can really understand where things may go, and as fans where we want to see things go. So my first episode of Reboot was actually going to be the Dark Order, ironically, because I think the Dark Order could have been way better than what it was. Originally, I was going to make these episodes probably about 30 to 40 minutes long, or 45 minutes long, but I'm not going to do that tonight, man. I'm not going to really get into that deep of it tonight, but essentially my plans for the Dark Order was having the same group they have now, right? This is pre-Brodie Lee, before Brodie Lee came out and announced himself as the leader, the exalted one of the Dark Order. My plans was, since we get the Monday Night Quarterback, because we kind of get to see the roster and who they have within that 3-month span or 6-month span. So actually, my plan was to have the Dark Order keep doing what they're doing, trying to recruit. They start to bring in less recruits. They start to lose a lot of matches. So Evil Uno would actually get a message from the Exalted One telling him, hey, look, we want titles inside the faction, and we also want more members that will dedicate themselves to us and our cause, right? Now, the leader would have given the Exalted, Evil Uno, a time period. That would have happened at a pay-per-view. By this pay-per-view, if we don't have the tag team titles, you're going to force my hand and you're going to make me pretty much come out and lead by example, and I don't want to have to do that, right? So the losing streak continues, and at the pay-per-view, whichever one they choose to do it on, at the pay-per-view, the Dark Order lose once again. Now, by this time, they already had, about 4 or 5 members, and they also had the Creepers at the time. I like the Creepers. That was a good touch on the Dark Order, man. You should have kept the Creepers. But they had the Creepers still at the time. So at this pay-per-view, they lose one more. Evil Uno's kind of looking, disappointed in the Dark Order. He's kind of like, okay, look, man, we done it. We messed up now. Like, it's no turning back from here. We really screwed up, right? At this point, I would like the lights to go out. Typical fashion when someone's ready to appear. The lights go out, and kind of that Cody interest where he kind of came from the middle. He didn't really come from any ramp. He came from the middle. I would like to see the lights go out, a figure appear in the middle, and from there you get the voice of Jake the Snake Roberts. I would love for Jake the Snake to have been the leader. I would love for him to have been the exalted one in the Dark Order, the one calling the shots. His creepy voice, his looks, his ability to do the promos, man, that would have been a dope look for the Dark Order if he would have actually been the leader of the Dark Order. So when he comes out, he comes straight down the middle. He's telling Evil Uno how he's disappointed. He's pretty much scolding the whole Dark Order, all the Creepers that's in the ring. So it's probably going to be about maybe 10 people in the ring at this point when you count the Creepers. I would love from one entrance way, you get a tall masked figure. From the other entrance way, you get another tall masked figure. They come down to the ring, and Jake pretty much says, I warned you. Now you force my hand. And those two guys go clear out the whole ring. Once they clear out the whole ring, it's no one left, man. It's no one left. And Jake comes, he's standing between these two men and say, this is the new face of fear. This is the new Dark Order. This is the Dark Order going forward. Next on Dynamite, the next week, I would like to see them 3 come out again. Those 2 masked men and Jake the Snake. At this point, Evil Uno comes out while in the middle of their promo, and he's pretty much, trying to plead and make allegiance to Jake the Snake, saying he'll do better, he'll do better. So Jay tell him, fine, I'll give you another chance to do better. But he says, we are no longer hiding behind masks. You're going to see the face of who you fear. And at this point, the 2 tall figures take off their masks. It's Jake as Luke Harper, and it'll be Lance Archer. That would have been a dope tag team. They would have ran through the whole tag team division one by one, which would have forced them to run through the Young Bucks. Well, would have forced them to run through Kenny Omega and Heyman Page with the champions at the time. So essentially, what you're doing is you're running through the Elite. You would have ran through Dustin and I can't think of the guy name right now. But you would have ran through the whole Elite. Because Jake the Snake ultimate goal would have been to run through Cody Rhodes, right? So you would have ran through the whole Elite by running through that tag team division. Would have only left one person standing by himself, and that would have been Cody Rhodes. That's when Jake the Snake get to say, I finally want to reveal the true plan, the true message, the true meaning behind the Dark Order, and that's to take over AEW. And that starts with you, Cody, because we know how much pull you got in the back, we know the type of power that he yields, right? So after the 2 masked men take off the mask, even Uno's going to take off his. Jake says, no, you leave yours on because you haven't earned the right to be able to take off your mask. So I don't want to unmask Evil Uno. So that's how we keep the mask on Evil Uno. That's how we'll have Brodie Lee, Lance Archer inside the Dark Order, Jake the Snake leading the Dark Order. And at that point, all you have to do is just bring your singles guy. Whether that be somebody like Darby Allin, I think he would have fit perfect inside the Dark Order. That would have been cool if he would have brought someone like Shawn Spears. Maybe he could have played that role a little bit better. But that would have been how I rebooked the Dark Order in AEW, man. Now, when I originally had it, I had a whole layout. I had a plan of, from A to Z, the Dark Order formed this day. This member joined, this member joined, this member joined, and I had it all laid out. But just for the sake of Brodie Lee, man, I just wanted to share that my first reboot episode with you guys. I probably will do it again, but actually put it in real chronological order so you can really see the breakdown of exactly what I was doing and wanted to do. But once again, man, AEW did a fantastic job incorporating his family, his the TNT title. That was awesome. I seen something today saying that they're gonna retire that TNT title, and that goes home with his son, and they're gonna actually redo the TNT title and make a whole nother one that's gonna be used on AEW. I thought that was really awesome. I thought that was a cool thing to do. I didn't read anything more on exactly what that lung disease was. That's all I keep saying. It was a lung disease, man, but it wasn't COVID related. It doesn't make it any better, but it wasn't COVID related, man. And he was 41 years young, and he's going to truly be missed. This has been, a little sadder, a little soft episode of, the Wrestling Replay, in which you normally get to see a little bit longer as well. I'm sorry I was a little bit long winded, but, man, rest in peace, Brodie Lee. We're going to definitely miss you. If you guys haven't already, and if you are able to, please go to ProWrestlingTees.com. They have a Brodie Lee tribute t-shirt up there right now. That proceeds actually go to the family of Brodie Lee. So I got mine. It's in the mail. I'll be make sure to wear it as soon as I get it, to have it on and let everyone see it. It's a really nice t-shirt too, man. So if you're able to, please go over to ProWrestlingTees.com. If you follow our Instagram page, it's up right now in our stories. It's posted. So just go to the Wrestling Replay on Instagram. If you for that reason can't find the link, we posted it all. So man. And another thing about AEW, man, I love the incorporation that they did with Eric Rowan, man. We know what those two did together, how good those two were together, and just another thing that I appreciate about AEW, dude, man. You guys handled this situation as well as I could think anyone could, and definitely thank you guys again. Rest in peace, Brodie Lee. My prayer goes out to the family, all the loved ones of Brodie Lee, and fans. Come on, guys, let's stick together. These tough times. Let's stick together. All right. I'm Kato, signing out. Peace.